back, Lions Dashers, to another video in this NBA 2K Rebuild series. Today's team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I know in the last few videos that we've done, we've kind of done contender ready now teams, but now we're going to do a team that's kind of in an awkward spot. And that kind of has to do with the fact that they traded 5 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert. Probably one of the worst trades in recent history, probably second to behind Paul George's, where they gave up Shea and the multitude of other draft picks and good players now. So we'll see how that goes out, but the Timberwolves are kind of stuck in the weird spot of where they're not really contenders yet. They have some very good potential, but they don't really have a whole ton of assets or players or really good role players. So we're going to have to do some adjusting for this team. I will not guarantee that everybody will be on this team come the end of the simulation, so let's begin. So y'all know the drill. I cannot speak for some reason today. I literally just had that take like 4 times. We got a lot of, you know what? We got a lot of turnover because this entire staff is ass. So we are firing everybody. And we're going to have a whole new staff coming here. So start off with CFO. They aren't a big market team, which is going to suck. So we're going to go with Christopher Murray as our CFO. I really want to spend all of our money on a head coach. Assistant GM, though, ooh. This guy looks nice. He has B's all around pretty much. He has every single type of letter B when it comes to a grade. So we'll offer him a deal. Head coach, though. So this is interesting because I have no idea if I want to keep the Rudy Gobert Cat combo. I really don't. I don't think they've had enough time to be together to figure it out. I know in 2K it may look better, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I want to kind of get somebody balanced though, just in case. Obviously Anthony Edwards is the best player on this team by far, but that pairing of Gobert and Karl-Anthony Towns will be the difference maker between this team being a contender and this team being shit. With that being said, I found this guy, Oliver Gordon. He has A- potential with B and B-. I'm probably going to go after this guy, not give him a huge big contract because he's only going to be our only offer. But the other guys I didn't really like when it comes to schemes, or I probably couldn't get. So we do need an assistant coach, though, to go alongside him. And Trent Peterson is definitely that guy. Now, since we did give up a bunch of our picks, we need a great head scout. So this is probably where I'm going to spend the most of my money, or put a lot of money to, which is kind of dumb when you think about it, but it's all right. We'll see if we can get him. And then trainer, we do need a bunch of training camps for these guys. Let's go with Trey James. So it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got everybody. Home run. Couple picks in the second round. We're gonna start off with this one. We're gonna get we do need a point guard. We need Anthony Edwards as our slashing offensive guard, right? And my philosophy, as y'all always know, is we need somebody to be able to cover the other person's weaknesses, and this guy seems to be doing it. I mean, perimeter defense is one of his big things. He also can shoot the ball and is a dimer, apparently. I mean, that's what his attributes things say. We'll take it. He's a bit on the older side, which is a bit concerning, and especially being a second-round pick. But worst comes to worst, he's our backup point guard. Well, we are in the middle of the second round now. There's not really any much people left, but I'm going to go with Julian just because he has 2 badges. I'm going to sign both of these guys. 2K suggested I shouldn't, but I think I'm going to. The only 2 players that will be accepted for team options, because we have literally every single team option, is Jaden McDaniels, our defensive god, and then Anthony Edwards, obviously. Alrighty, so here's the thing. Kyle Anderson, we're paying him. He only has 1 year left, but I want to get some value out of him, and we're going to get a first-round pick for next year. I mean, it is protected, and the Spurs do always suck in these sims, so it may not work out for us, but we're going to take the risk here. Here's the thing. The Timberwolves, we're not going to be able to do anything this year. I mean, we're really not. I don't look to win a championship or really do anything with it. With this team this year, I just kind of want to try and develop this team and mold it in my image of how this team should be molded, you know. So we need to get some picks, and Kyle Anderson is going back to his original team that drafted him in San Antonio. Alright, so since we did get rid of Mike Conley, we do need somebody that has a good playmaking, good timing, good passing skills, but we need a good overall point guard, to be honest with you, that can do a little bit of everything, and Spencer Dinwiddie is that guy. So we're going to offer him a deal. I think he'd be great alongside Anthony Edwards. So we are going to give him a bit of a bag to come to us. So I don't want to give him the player option. Actually, no, I'm thinking about it. Because I mean, I potentially could see this sim going for 5 years to try and get a chip. We'll see, but we're gonna offer him the bag. We're also gonna offer Nas Reed a contract because I mean, the Timberwolves did re-sign him in real life, so we could potentially trade him. I think he's a great. I think honestly, I think Nas Reed is a very good player. I just think he's in a crowded room in Minnesota. I mean, he stayed because he got the bag. I totally understand, but we may trade him. Okay, so unfortunately, we weren't able to sign Spencer Dinwiddie because we re-signed Nas Reed. I'll probably trade Nas Reed, but I kind of try and do it realistically, just because we're so late. We're so late in the year with NBA 2K. I mean, the next NBA season is going to start in October, which is a little bit less than 3 months from now, and so free agency and draft have already happened. So I try to make it as realistic, but it is what it is. Point guard room is very thin. Javon Carter may actually start for us, which is not really ideal, but he's a good bench point guard. But we need somebody at this point. Alrighty, so we're gonna do this trade here. Josh Minot, he's kind of the odd man out. Wendell Moore Jr. I want him playing the small forward spot, and that leaves Minot not playing. So we need to get a pick, and Oklahoma City's gonna give their pick to us unprotected. So we're absolutely doing it. We do need point guards. I'm gonna get Ty Jerome. I don't know why he's ranked this high in in 2K, because he doesn't even play in real life. I don't know. I don't really care, but we need both of them. So we got 2 point guards. We do need a backup power forward, so let's just get a shooter being our backup power forward. There we go. I'm pretty much just gonna sign a couple guys just so we can do some finessing for down the road. Y'all know me. I'll sign a bunch of veteran players and then trade them for like second round picks, just to create some value. So we're gonna do that here. I'm gonna offer D Rose a contract because why not? Welcome back, and he's back. So our point guard room has gotten extremely better. Gary Harris will offer you a deal. There we go. Tyrese Prince, you want to come back to us? Yes, he does. That pretty much does it. So let's go into the start of our first season. Alright, so here's our lineup for the start of our season. I decided to put Ty Jerome at the 1. Just honestly, 2K kind of suggested it, and I'm kind of going along with it. I mean, he has good assists per game, so we'll try. We're experimenting a lot in this draft, or in the simulation. Anthony Edwards at the 2, Jaden McDaniels at the 3, Karl-Anthony Towns at the 4, and Rudy Gobert at the 5. And then Nas Reed is coming off the bench as our center spot, as our 6th man, and then Javon Carter. I want to get this guy, our second round pick, some minutes here to develop. He's our 21-year-old, not the 24-year-old. We'll have him playing some minutes, and then Wendell Moore Jr. have some developmental minutes. So it's kind of a developmental / feeling out the season. So let's see how this team does come the trade deadline. So here at the trade deadline, we are just below 500. Okay. This team is very much okay. I want to curious to see how we're doing stats wise. So Anthony Edwards is obviously our guy here. Clearly, I mean, there's no doubt about that. Karl-Anthony Towns is doing his thing. Just Ty Jerome is taking 10 shots. I wasn't really expecting that, to be honest with you, but he's leading the team in assists, so whatever, I guess. I don't know. And then Jaden McDaniels is, I mean, he's more of a all-right defender, so he's still young. He's still kind of developing. And then Rudy Gobert is getting boards, but I think I'm gonna trade him. I mean, he's 82 overall, making $40 million. We already have Nas Reed. Our pick is doing well. He's only gone up 1 overall, which is kind of sad to see. The fact that he's already scoring 8, he's getting 8 points and doing a little bit of everything. Not bad, but I don't know. I'm gonna try and trade Rudy Gobert. All right, so here's what we're doing. We're swapping brick for brick. Ben Simmons, obviously, we all know. He's a walking brick. But we're going to move him to point guard. He'll be our defensive point guard. I mean, yes, Rudy Gobert is our defensive center, but I'd rather have a defensive point guard that could play make and still do boards and pretty much do everything that Rudy Gobert can do, just at the point guard spot, which is has extreme value. So we're gonna do that. Alrighty, I'm gonna do this trade. I really like Naz Reid, but we're gonna be able to make this team a lot better defensively just around at the trade deadline. Because what I'm gonna do, I'll show you in a minute. But I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here. But unfortunately, we do have to give up our first round pick, which I think it's worth it for OG Anunoby. Alrighty, so we're gonna do this trade here. Unfortunately, we have to take on Maxi Kleber, or Kleber, whatever. But I do want to get Isaiah Stewart as a backup power forward. I mean, he's an inside paint beast. He can do a little bit of everything, especially great on the inside. But he has good post defense and pretty good rebounding. So we're gonna get younger. That's what we're doing here. We're trying to create a young team. So we're gonna go with Isaiah Stewart. And then our final trade here, I know I'm making a lot of moves. We're going to get Jackson Hayes. I'm going to move him back to the center spot, but he's a great defensive big that we can have on our bench. Plus, we're going to be getting younger with these guys. And yes, Jackson Hayes will have to re-sign in the offseason. That's totally fine. We have the money for it, so we are going to do it. Alright, so here's our lineup after the trade deadline. I know I made a lot of moves. I really wasn't planning on it, but we got some things go our way in the trade. So we have Ben Simmons at the 1, and then Anthony Edwards at the 2, and then OG Anunoby's at the 3. What I did here, or what I was going to explain to y'all earlier, was that I'm going to move Anunoby to the 3, Jaden McDaniels to the 4, and then Karl-Anthony Towns to the 5, so that we can have 1, 2, and 3 elite defensive options here, and then have our 2 big scorers and Karl-Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards. We could easily have OG Anunoby or Ben Simmons being another scoring option, a third star on this team as well. So we have our 2 offensive stars. We have some defense built around them. It's looking pretty good. The future's pretty bright with this team. And then the bench is a little interesting here. I decided to have Pickett get called up from the G League. Now it says he's a 70 right now, and it's down 5 overall still to a 75. So I'm experimenting, and I'm seeing if we can activate that 75 overall back, because I mean he has good defense and he's kind of young. I don't know. I'm trying it out. Our Strother, our shooting guard, is here at the 2. Wendell Moore is at the 3. Isaiah Stewart, that guy we just picked up, is at the 4. And then Jackson Hayes is at the 5. So our starting lineup is absolutely much better. The bench is kind of iffy. That's fine. We'll see how it goes. Let's see if we can not. I think we're gonna make the playoffs, but let's see if we can make the 6th seed, not get the play-in. You know. So we're here at the end of the season. John Moran is our MVP, and then Scoot Henderson's our Rookie of the Year, dropping 25 and 9. Nice. And Jordan Poole is our 6th man, still on the Warriors. You got dumped, by the way. And then Giannis is our depoy, of course. Jonathan Kuminga, another Warriors, most improved. I wonder if that means if the Warriors traded all their guys like Clay, Steph, and Draymond. And then Quinn Snyder is Coach of the Year. I'm pretty sure that's the Hawks head coach, if I'm not mistaken. Nobody on NBA first team. Nobody on NBA second. Nobody on third. That's a bummer. We do have Ben Simmons on All NBA first defensive team. Nice. And then nobody else on that. And then nobody else. Cool. So we didn't. Oh, we were so close. So close to my goal of being the 6th seed. That sucks. Oh well. We'll probably make it, right? And we do. So we're going against the Lakers. Interesting. Jalen Clark, what happened to... They must have lost it. What's his face? Austin Reeves. Or they traded him because now they have John Collins. Interesting move, to be honest with you. Especially when you already have Jared Vanderbilt on the team. They still have Mo Bamba, Gary Payton. The second they have now. I'm not really too worried. I'm worried about Anthony Davis, but honestly, I like our odds, to be honest. I'm not going to do a game plan. I thought about it, but I don't really expect much out of us, to be honest. I know it's not good leadership qualities, but holy cow. I did say I liked our odds. We gentlemen swept the Lakers in... Wow. I was not really expecting that. Okay. This series, though, we're definitely going to do a coaching game plan. So, let's see.
One eternity later.
So for this team, I had a lot of decent defensive matchups, to be honest with you. All of our starting lineup is an 81 overall individual defender and above, which is very nice to see. But pretty much what I did is a neutral defensive focus because the Thunder are a unique team to where a lot of their players can shoot, pass, and score inside. So pretty much didn't do too much on the individual aspect, just pretty much limit transition, neutral defensive focus, and crash the glass on defense. So let's see how the series goes. Okay, how? Okay, dude, guys, I'm in shock right now. I didn't even fathom that we would get this far in the first season. I mean, we were 27 and 28, and I made 3 trades, and now here we are. I wasn't even trying to contend. I wasn't even trying to contend, but obviously we're doing something right here. So going against the number 1 Grizzlies, who have, so they replaced Brooks with Diallo, and then I guess Steven Adams with Nurkic and Bobby Portis. No, Steven Adams is still there. They have a huge team. Holy cow! They have like 4 centers. Steven Adams is still there. Brandon Clark's still there. Alderman's still there. Tillman's still there. That's 5, 6 centers. 7 centers on this entire team. Holy cow. Out of the 15 spots, half of them are centers. Okay, well, they still have a pretty deep team overall. So, game plan time.
One eternity later.
Looking at this team, it's also a pretty unique team. Now they obviously don't have as many playmakers outside of John Morant, but a lot of these guys can do a little bit of everything offensively outside of that. So not too much. I did a very similar game plan-esque to the Thunder, so let's see how it goes. Hopefully we have the same success. Hopefully. We're in the finals. We came back from a 3-1 lead. 3-1. Remember that, Warriors? Remember that? 3-1. Remember that? Remember that, Thunder? 3-1. We're now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're in the conference finals again. Or we're in the NBA finals against the Cavs. Oh, this is going to be tough. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. How are we winning these games? I gotta know. John Morant still went off. Desmond Bain still went off. I guess. Wow. Karl-Anthony Towns was held to 8 points and we still won. I guess Anthony Edwards is that guy. We may win a championship in the first season. If we do, I should be hired as an NFL or NBA GM.
One eternity later.
For the coaching game plan here, pretty much crash the glass on everything. Neutral defensive focus again, and that mainly has to do with the fact that I've noticed when I have a basic defensive focus, what happens is that even though like guys like Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell on this team can shoot, they're gonna make them still try and shoot the ball, which obviously has hurt us. So I just did neutral, and then obviously on Darius Garland I had Ben Simmons on him, and then on Donovan Mitchell I had OG Anunoby on him. So hopefully that works out. We'll see how it goes. Come on, guys, let's win the NBA Finals in our first season. Okay, well, I jinxed it, clearly. We got gentlemen swept. Cavaliers won their chip for the first time outside of LeBron ever. So, good for them. I think we just need to develop our bench a little bit more and maybe get some better players in there. We do have a lot of re-signings to do when it comes to free agency, so let's get it. Alrighty, so let me show you all this. Spurs had that pick already obviously protected, right? So they got the second pick. Unfortunately, I wish it was the 4th. But we do, if you see, we do have the 5th pick from the Clippers because we got that from the Oklahoma City Thunder trade. We got a top overall pick to help boost our bench, baby. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do this trade here. This is just a salary dump, and we get a future pick. Cool. But we do need a shooting guard. Obviously, Ron Holland's not that guy. DJ Wagner would be, but Ron Holland is a very good. He's a very good forward. We're gonna have like 3 two-way forwards on this team, but we do need one on the bench for those 6 men, and he has the most badges by far. He can do just about everything besides apparently shoot the 3-point ball. But I mean, look at that defense and look at that rebounding. Mans is a very good player. Mans is an absolute beast just about everywhere. We are taking Ron Holland to booster our bench. So unfortunately, Strother, I am going to decline his option. He barely showed any progress, and unfortunately, he's kind of the odd man out in here. So goodbye, Strother. And then Sebron, another guy. I mean, it's kind of a cool name, last name, by the way. Sebron. I don't know. I kind of like it. But Anthony Edwards, we'll give a qualifying offer to. Same thing with Jaden McDaniels. We need those guys both. Alrighty, so we're going to do this trade here. We're dumping off $4 million. Turin Prince doesn't even play for us anymore, but there are some guys I definitely still want to keep on this team, and Turin Prince isn't one of those guys, so we're going to get another pick. We're doing it. Well, we're here in the start of free agency, and I swear to God, y'all, I do a lot of simulations just on my own free time, and sometimes when I do fail, I won't post them. Sometimes you'll see me post a fail, but I haven't had to do that yet because I give each team 3 chances. And I kid you not, every time I go after OG Anunoby and I trade for this man, anytime he enters free agency, it's like, oh, I am not interested in staying with your team, even though I made you. Brother, I made you the 3rd scoring option on this team. You ain't a star. You ain't the second-hand man. You are a 3rd star at best, my guy. Why are you not interested? I can give you the money. I can give you $30 million. That's fine. We can win a chip. God, I fucking hate you. I hate it sometimes. Absolutely hate it. Anthony Edwards is a restricted free agent, so we're just gonna accept whatever best offer he does, so we can keep him. But now we're in a dilemma of we do need a defensive small forward. God, it ain't fucking Tobias Harris, even though he says he can play perimeter defense.
Stop the cap.
Or he can play defense and guard the best guy of there. I've watched him play. No, he can't. And 2K also agrees with me. One of the rare instances that 2K is right. I mean, look at that. C's for both. Bitch, please. So looking at our small forward replacement options, I don't really want to go with Luan Dortz because $17 million for 79 overall, but he does have the 3.3 and D ability, which is all we need. I don't know. We could potentially trade him for a better guy down the road. I'm sorry, the lighting is really weird all of a sudden. Oh, that's because it's on the camera. Not really not really too happy with it. I mean, he is good. He does have good defense. You know what? Yeah, we'll do it. Oh, so just to make sure and just be fairly confident, we're gonna give Anthony Edwards here a player option plus this deal. It's the best deal by far he's gonna get. So we're gonna give him a little bit more just to make him happy, right? Cool. Whatever done deal. Congratulations, you're still on the team. Oh crap, I totally forgot. I do need to re-sign a couple of these guys. So here's what's really funny. Jaden McDaniels is not interested in negotiating, but he's a restricted free agent. So you're staying with us, bitch. Lasagna. Alrighty, so I do want to bring back Jackson Hayes. He may be a little bit expensive, but I mean 76 overall with 7 badges, absolutely, and they're all pretty much defensive. So welcome back. We're gonna bring Matisse Thybulle in here. I mean, look at this. Look at this. When you look at him, he has 9 badges, and obviously he's not the best 3-point shooter, but he does have a B+. But his perimeter defense is what we're looking at here. I mean, look at that. All of his defense. Yeah, we're going with Matisse Thybulle. We have our 2 top scorers. We just need defense at this point. Welcome to the squad. And just for hell's sake, we're gonna bring back Patrick Beverley. Just for hell's sake. So look at that. Our bitch Jaden McDaniels accepts the qualifying offer. Oh, did nobody give any contract offers? Keeping you fucking hostage, bitch. Lasagna. So yes, I'm a little aggressive. The fact that 2 players didn't want to stay with me kind of pissed me off. Even though we went to the NBA Finals. I don't know what the hell you're mad at, but okay. Let's go into the second season with hopefully some happier players. Alright, so here's our lineup for this season. Everybody's the same besides Ron Holland is going to replace OG Anunoby. Now, I originally wanted a Matisse Thybulle in there, but looking at it, it was actually probably for the better to have Ron Holland go up in there in the starting lineup. And then on our bench, our guy Pickett here has kind of popped off. He has tons of playmaking ability. I mean, he's developing very well. So even though he's old at 26 and only in his 2nd year, man's just proven himself. So he's already 77 overall, and we drafted him at 71. So good job, Pickett. And then we have Thibault at the 2, Wendell Moore at the 3, and then Jackson Hayes is our center. Y'all know I like to run a 10-man rotation a lot, and you're probably wondering, where is our power forward? I may have forgot about him. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure I forgot about him. No, I did. I did forget about him. Sorry, guys. So, I liked him. It was Isaiah Stewart. I liked him, but sorry, man, we forgot about you. Maybe see you at the trade deadline. So we're here at the trade deadline, and we are a whopping 41-14. Look at all these W's right here. We're on a 11-game winning streak right now, 12-game winning streak right now. We are killing it. Ron Holland seems to be a clear fit because he's already getting 20. He's already getting 20 and 8, and creating almost 3 turnovers a game. Nice. Anthony Edwards is obviously our pure scorer. Same thing with Cat here, getting some pretty good rebounds. We have 3 guys getting almost 8 rebounds a game. It's good to see. Good to see Pickett doing well. Wendell Moore doing well. Jackson Hayes doing well. Matisse Thybulle, he's our defensive guy. I mean, coming off the bench, he's already creating 1.5 turnovers a game. Manza's doing well. Our team is doing sound. Very sound. We are number 1 in the West. Same record as the Pelicans, though, who do have James Harden and Zion and Brandon Ingram. And Dyson Daniels gets very, very good in this game, like to where he does everything good. So that's concerning. Obviously, the Thunder always are on the come up in these things. They did get Mataz Booz. Oh, that's concerning. And then in the East, we're the second best team in the NBA, with the Celtics being number 1. So I like it. I like where we're at. We're looking better than we did last year, and we made it to the finals last year. So maybe we'll win it. So we're here at the end of the season. John Moran is MVP, back-to-back MVP. The first overall pick, who was a 75 overall to start off with. Somehow Rookie of the Year. I think that's a little rigged, but because those aren't very good stats, if I'm going to be honest with you, from what I've seen in the simulation. Markelle Fultz is 6th Man of the Year. Good job on the comeback, Fultz. Giannis with another deep boy. I tell y'all, time and again, Giannis is always deep boy. Jason Preston was most improved. And Joe Mazzulla, the Celtics head coach, is Coach of the Year. So, we don't have anybody on the NBA first team. Nobody on second. Nobody on third. We do have Ben Simmons on NBA defensive first team again. And then nobody on second. And our boy here, Ron Holland's all rookie first team. We got some good accolades coming in here. So we are the 1 seed. We're going against what the fuck? We're going against a De'Aaron Fox-less and Sabonis-less Kings? This is so weird to look at, but I don't even... Yeah, whatever. We sweep them. Where did they both go? And what assets did they get? They got nobody. That was weird. We're going against the Lakers now, who have... Okay, they have the same exact team. Okay. Tell me how that works. Are you kidding me? You're going to tell me as a 7 seed last year, we absolutely abominated them, and then I only change out 1 player, which is OG Anunoby, for Ron Holland, and then all of a sudden it all goes to shit? Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's the only change I did. I didn't even make a game plan for the Lakers last year. Are you kidding me? That kind of pisses me off, actually. Whatever. Who wins chip? Right into our luck. We do have the 7th overall pick thanks to another trade that we did earlier. These trades are coming in handy, I'm telling you. So with our 7th pick, there's a clear favorite here with 13 Badgers at 6'8". Shooting guard B- overall at 19. I mean, It's not that hard to say. I mean, look at that. Look at that. All those are pretty good. He may even start at point guard. I may make a move here because I don't know. I feel like I got scammed by 2K to be there with the Lakers, to be honest with you. I'm going to do this trade here. I don't really like anybody that's here at the second round, to be honest with you. Like, none of them look good. So, we're going to get 2 additional ones for the future. So, we do need to re-sign Ben Simmons. I think he may drop out of our lineup, to be honest with you. But I am going to get him just so we can trade him potentially with Karl-Anthony Towns. Yes, you heard me right. I said Karl-Anthony Towns, and it's because this man's Karl-Anthony Towns. If you look, I've taken a keen notice to this. I sometimes will look at the player stats even after I cut the video and whatnot. This man's in the box score has not done well at all in the playoffs. We're talking like 11-8 is what he's posting in the playoffs, and I can't have that. So we're gonna make a change potentially if he keeps it up. So we're going to offer Ben Simmons a contract here. Welcome back to the squad. He does want to resign with us. Oh, so now you want to come back to us. Oh, little bitch boy. You're welcome back. That's fine. Come back to us. Okay, so we do need a backup power forward. We're going to go with Kendrick Williams for now. I'm going to get Pickett, our guy Pickett here, to re-sign with us on that qualifying offer. So hopefully we can trade up for a better power forward spot for playoff time. I think I'm going to have Ben Simmons still play point guard and then VJ Miller be our backup point guard and trade Pickett. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So right now I'm just trying to find some diamonds in the rough here. Not really seeing any, to be honest with you. To be quite frank, KCP, come to us. You look like us. Actually, you kind of do. You kind of are a diamond in the rough a little bit. So is Josh Richardson. Both of y'all. There we go. Yeah, Neto, why not? Why not? You're on a minimum deal. Why not? Come back. So y'all see here, Jalen Pickett does accept the qualifying offer, so we're going to have him. Our team is pretty deep, so let's go into our 3rd season, hopefully ready to win a chip, because 2K ain't screwing with us no more. Alright, so our starting lineup for our 3rd season is just like last year, so I think this team is still good to go. And then our bench is pretty much stayed the same, just VJ Miller, our 7th overall pick, is taken over. 19 years old, and he's already pretty much the same as this man. Sorry, Pickett. I know he kind of found you in the rough, but it is what it is. We have a bunch of defensive guys on this bench, so I think we're ready to go. Let's see how we're doing come trade deadline. So here at the trade deadline at a whopping 33-23. We have tanked somehow. I'm curious to see why. So Ron Holland has taken over our points per game scoring, which I guess I'm not really that thrilled about because I want Anthony Edwards taking the shots. I mean, it's good to have 2 stars, but I mean, we have 3 guys scoring 21 plus points a game, which is not bad at all. But definitely concerning. Ben Simmons is Ben Simmoning, pretty much. We may need to do a change in the starting lineup here. Gonna be honest. With what's his face. May have to put VJ Miller as a starter. I mean, seriously, he's outperforming him. Not an assist though, which is kind of concerning because that's what we need VJ Miller for, so he can keep coming off the bench. But I may look for a change at that point guard spot. I'm just going to do some exploring. Alrighty, so after some moving around, Wendell Moore Jr., unfortunately, I am going to trade. Because he doesn't provide much defense compared to the other 2 guys that are going to be in there. So, but it's going to come at a cost. But what's good coming out of this, though, is that we're going to have this guy who's not going to play for us at all. So he's just going to kind of sit there and be a youngster with value. But we're going to get Walker Kessler, who's going to be an absolutely dominant big man coming off the bench. I'm pretty sure he's still on contract. Oh, he's not, but we'll have to re-sign him anyway. That's fine. But, I mean, look at those badges. 4 badges defensively. It's good. We need that 6-man for a big, and Walker Kessler is that guy. Okay, so we were going to do this trade here. Jackson Hayes, unfortunately, is not a power forward, but we're going to get a guy with similar ability with a lot better rebounding ability in Jalen Smith. So we do get a little height decrease and a little defensive decrease, but it's more of a positional thing. Okay, so this team has gotten a lot deeper in the bench. Starting lineup is pretty much the same, but our bench is totally different. Pickett is our number one point guard. VJ Miller is our shooting guard. Matisse Thybulle is our small forward. Jalen Smith is our power forward. Walker Kessler is our center. We pretty much literally have defense across the board here. VJ Miller may be the first true offensive guy here, but we're good on this front. So we're going to try it out, see how it goes. Hopefully we can turn the season around. So we're here at the end of the season. Luka is MVP, almost dropping a triple-double, just barely short. First overall pick is Rookie of the Year. Markelle Fultz, Sixth Man of the Year once again. Depoy, Giannis. EJ Liddell was Most Improved. Nice. Whoever you are. And then Quinn Snyder was Coach of the Year. We were just 4 wins behind them. So we did kind of turn it around there. We are nobody on NBA first team, nobody on NBA. Why did it go rookie? I hate it when it does that. Nobody on NBA second. Ron Holland is on NBA third. I was really hoping for Anthony Edwards to get up here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ben Simmons, of course, first team again, and nobody here on the defensive second team side. And then our pick here is not on first team, but he isn't on second team either. Interesting. So we are still the 1 seed in the West. We must be either in a crappy conference or we really did turn it around. So we are going against the Grizzlies, who have fallen off. That's because they're actually, I don't know why they fall off. I'm kind of still scared of them. We do need to make a couple of changes. So cue the thing.
One eternity later.
So this team, the Grizzlies, have definitely gotten weaker, but I did a game plan just because they still have the talent there in Desmond Bane, John Morant, and Jaren Jackson. So they still have a couple players like Markelle Fultz coming off the bench too. So don't want to not respect them. Holy shit. So let's see how we do. They win the first 2 games, and then we end up taking the series in 6. That was way too close, to be honest with you. We're going against the Kings, who Davion Mitchell has gotten better. I am not worried about this team. Jabari Parker has somehow made a comeback. I'm not really worried. Okay, maybe I am. No, I'm not. We are going against the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. This team has just gotten better overall in general. Jeez. Cue the thing.
One eternity later.
So I did something a little different. It's a very big risk. I'm recreating the Twin Towers. What I did was that this team is small, right? Chet Holmgren is the tallest player by far on this team that plays. So what I decided to do is put Walker Kessler, our best big man defender, at the starting spot, and have him guard Chet Holmgren, and then have Karl-Anthony Towns guard Jalen Williams. Walker Kessler is a very, very great defensive presence. So the only problem I'm worried about Walker Kessler is that he's going to take too many shots. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But we're going to experiment with it. I know I'm taking a huge risk here. It worked out. The risk worked. We did very well. Let's see the box score. Walker Kessler did his thing. Karl-Anthony Towns did his thing. Everybody did their thing. Let's go. I'm happy. I'm excited. We're in the NBA Finals. We may win a couple seasons sooner than I thought we were going to. We're going against this is a young team. Okay, first off, how did they get Scoot Henderson and Scotty Barnes? This trio is very nice. I'm just kind of intrigued. They have Rudy Gobert. I'm not really too worried about this team, but they got here for a reason. So we're going to respect them. Cue it.
One eternity later.
So pretty much just did defensive matchups, neutral. Again, a neutral thing. They do have some shooters on their team, and they have some specific slashers like Scoot Henderson, but they do have shooters like Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. So a little bit both. Alongside, pretty much my first scoring options are Anthony Edwards, Ron Holland, and Karl-Anthony Towns. And then limited the transition on this team because they are pretty quick. So let's see how it goes. And we win the championship in 3 seasons way sooner than I thought we were going to. I thought this was going to be probably the longest video I've made so far. But Ron Holland is our MVP at 21 years old, dropping 24, 7, and 3, creating 2 turnovers a game and giving up 3. So I guess he didn't really do too much there. But thank y'all so much for watching. Tell me what team you want to see next. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.